Hello, Gemini. I already pre-shuffled the cards, so I'm going to go ahead and start laying them out. I have all my announcements in my About section so that we can get right into the reading. And I am doing this on the 4th of July, so you may hear some fireworks. But I thought, hey, shouldn't love life have a little bit of fireworks and excitement? Hopefully it won't be distracting, but I work during the week, so Saturday is generally when I do my readings. So let's see if we're ready to get started. Your overall energy is the Magician. I love that. Okay, let's see what's happening with your person. Let's see. And generally speaking, I know that if you're here, it's probably because you're looking to figure out what's going on. So let's see if we can figure it out. For your first set of concepts, all the cards are in the upright. It looks like your person is tired of a fight. Now, it doesn't necessarily mean that the fight is with you, but they may have they may have been warring, whether it's at work, family, or whatever, and it's exhausting. And they're not even running around trying to pick up any souvenirs from victory. They're not coming in with the victory crown or anything like that. This is just like, wow, can I finally move on? you know. So if they're not in strong communications with you, it could be because whatever they're dealing with. I don't see any particular sadness on their part. I see a King and a Queen of Cups in the same, which is interesting. The reading for Aries had the person was a King and a Queen of Cups as well, although in different. The way I set up cards, it's in sets of 3, and theirs was here and here, so it's not exactly the same, but it's interesting that their person and your person both have that. So it might be a particular sign that you're dealing with it. Maybe it's somebody who has a lot of water in their chart. So I think they needed to deal with this so that they can be stable. They can be that stable King of Cups who is, fine on their own. They have so much love that whether or not they have a person, they're just emotionally complete. And they can also be the Queen of Cups, which is a more relationship oriented type of person. So, and the court cards generally are the ones that speak the most about who your person is. So in the 2 uprights are King and Queen of Cups, although there is a Queen of Pentacles upside down that we'll get to as well. Just a little insight about who they are in terms of what energies they're working in. All right. But this is looking good because whatever this is, it looks like it's already happened. The worst hasn't happened. It's not like the 10 of Swords where you're lying on the ground with a bunch of swords in your back. This is this person has not didn't have to deal with the worst of it, but it's exhausting. All right. By the way, for those who didn't see it, it is the 5 of Swords, and right now we're dealing with a reverse card, which is the 4 of Pentacles. And typically when I see this, it's a miserly kind of energy, but it's also in the reverse. So now I don't think it always has to be miserly. It could be that your person has had to be so defensive that they have to be very careful with how they give their resources out. And resources could be love. So if they seem a little distant and cut off, they could be very protective of their heart right now. So just because that's not a cups, that resources doesn't necessarily mean, but it could be money. It could have to do. There's a Queen of Pentacles here who is in the upright would be quite capable of taking care of themselves. So there is some suggestion here that this is, financial in nature type of resources that your person is not feeling confident, perhaps financially, and they may be holding on to that. And that also could come into play. Even if this is about pentacles, they may still be a little leery about giving anything. So love could be included in that. So they may be holding back a little bit because they're not feeling particularly strong. And, if it is, as I suspect and feel in my body, about financial resources, they could be dealing with something at work. However, they have not forgotten who you are to them. I love this card because sometimes to me, and this is in the upright, I mean, I almost want to cry here because this person is stuck in this particular energy, but they know they're capable of doing all these things. But the way they feel about you is almost like that feeling you have when you're a child, and that kind of innocent love that you can, it's like they might have known you for a long time, or perhaps knew you from before and you guys return to each other's lives, or for those who are inclined, a past life, a soul connection. But the overall feeling of this card is such deep affection. It reminds me of what I learned, the Yellow Rose of Texas, which is the deepest kind of love of all. And that's a type of friendship that has romantic love involved in it. The next line of concepts are starting again with the pentacles and again with the upside down pentacles. This is interesting. Look at this. You have all 4 pentacles cards are in the reverse. The only other card that's in the reverse is this one. You can't really make this stuff up, There's no major arcana here. The overall for your person, though, is they're strong manifestors. This is in the upside, on the right side up. So being a strong manifester, even if they aren't feeling particularly really great about their resources right now, I have a feeling they know how to get in the upright. Oh yeah. This is a powerful manifester here. Okay. So, this one right here, this one is a really interesting card, and I want you to look closely here. Even though it's a Pentacles, which is an Earth type energy, it has a Libra symbol in it. So, I like to think of this as a that Venus connection, Taurus Libra. So, I don't know what they're doing here, but definitely. This, to me, suggests that, that your Venus, you might want to look at your Venus reading, because Venus is a very strong indicator in this card. Hopefully you know what your Venus placement is, because I often find that for love readings that those can sometimes be better readings than your sun sign. Okay, I have Virgo in my in my I'm sorry, Venus in Virgo, even though my Libra is ruled by Venus, which is a different scenario. A lot of times when I read for Virgo, I see my story there more. It's interesting how that works. Anyhow, what's interesting about this is that even though it's in the upside down, when your person is, in that better place, right? When they are very giving, and they try to be fair. They're not, see, this person is like holding on, and this person is trying to be fair. So, that's another interesting juxtaposition. I mean, you really can't make this up. I really like how your person, when they can, they are very giving and loving. So because resources, like I said, are not just financial. Now, oftentimes they're practical types of things. But love can be a practical issue. Now, and that, by the way, is the Six of Pentacles. This is the Two of Pentacles. And by the way, this one was the Six of Cups. And this one, I love the infinity sign, sort of like that has a Libra sign. I don't have to pull that up too high for you to see that there is a sense of making decisions here, and an infinite amount of possibility. So I think that your person isn't really seeing all the possibilities right now, but they're capable of it. It's on the table. They're capable of it. They're not seeing all the possibilities now. And I think that, you know, they're staying in this, you know, these two are very similar in this reading because, look, this guy is trying to protect what she can. The one thing I noticed about this card, though, that I don't know if a lot of people talk about it is, but they don't look like they really understand what the fight and what the big deal. Like they're ready to just put down the freaking wand and just like, what is this? I'm done. You know, like why am I defending this anymore? What's happening here? You know. So in the upside down, that suggests to me that they aren't ready to defend this anymore, or to hold this fort anymore. I think they're ready to move on. How that relates to you, let's see. Okay, so we know that how capable your person is, and that they've been dealing with something that they're exhausted from the fight of. They're gonna get in this upright energy eventually, but when it comes to their resources, everything is not the way it should be for them right now. So that would probably give them a little bit of usually emotional distance, but because the King and the Queen is on here, I think that they're capable of being, you know, providing emotional connection even while they're going through this, which is an amazing ability, because a lot of people, when they're wrapped up in their problems like that, they can often feel emotionally kind of handicapped, you know. I mean, I know that that's happened to me so many times. And seeing as this is in the upside down, both of these in the upside down actually, and being so similar, and you know, we kind of started, this is not a linear progression, but I'm looking at connections to see what's going on. The deep affection, they are going to share with you a very, very loving connection, and I think that that's going to show up here in the month, even while they're dealing with this on the resource front. They don't want to keep defending and protecting this nonsense anymore. So I think that if they've been a little distant, I think that maybe they might appreciate you. You know, that's what I'm feeling. I'm like, I get this sense of strong love here, but you know, I'm very emotionally attached to this card anyways. But I get this strong feeling like you're the light in this darkness. It's you that really gets them motivated to work it all out and like have something to look forward to. What a dark world we would live in if you'd fight for all your resources and everything, and you don't have anyone to share it with, right? You're clearly important to this person. Why do I do that? I used to read the cards in a different... It's this way. Yeah. Too many cards upside down or something. I don't know. But it's the right side up, not upside down. All right. So let's see what the spirit guides have to say about it. I'm using the Island Time Wellness deck, and I really like it. It gives you the light and the dark energies of any given card. So, you know, we can determine what's appropriate. Let's see. What's the advice? healing heart. Okay, that sounds like a good one. It says, healing from heartbreak, freedom from toxic relationship or addiction. Okay, healing from heartbreak. Okay, yeah, and I'm not seeing the dark side of this card really applying in this. I think that this person may have been a little bit. Your heart may have been a little broken because they haven't really shown you this. But I think they're coming in and they are manifesting you, and so I think that you're going to get that healing that you're looking for. And last but not least, I make my own deck of things that your person could be saying. So let me shuffle and find what's going on here. I'm sensing something possibly spiritual or prompting to change. I feel like it might lead me to you, but I can't expect you to wait if I don't know. So basically, your person is saying that they have this, but they don't know when, and they won't, and like maybe they're not able to, jump into something because they've got all this going on. But what I think is that even though your person feels that way and they're trying, that's just their worries speaking for them, because I don't think they're realizing just how much emotional stability they're capable of. And I think that even if they worry that that's, that they're not doing well enough for you, that I think they're going to surprise you. Well, that's your reading, Gemini. I hope you enjoyed it and enjoy the rest of your July.